Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amirul Syami bin Abdullah. My matric card number is B0822105060. And I will present to you about fuel pressure sensor. For the introduction, the fuel temperature sensor is a part of the fuel pump assembly and is mounted on top of the tank or inside the tank. It is commonly referred to as EVAP and read pressure in the fuel system to detect evaporative leaks such as a loose or faulty gas cap. What happens when a fuel pressure sensor fails? It will decrease in power, acceleration, and fuel efficiency. A faulty sensor may upset the fuel ratio and cause the vehicle to experience performance issues such as a decrease in power, acceleration, and fuel efficiency, and in some cases may even experience stalling. In automotive aerospace engineering, a fuel gauge is an instrument used to indicate the amount of fuel in a fuel tank. In electrical engineering, the term is used for ICs determining the current stage of charge accumulators.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Aidid bin Osman and I'm from Beem Semester 1, and today I want to present about application of fuel pressure sensor and working and measuring of the fuel pressure sensor. Okay, I will start with the first point. Fuel pressure sensor are used for in automotive industry, industrial, consumer and building device, which depends on accurate and stable pressure measurement in order to operate reliably. Second one, a small industry rely on pressure sensor to monitor and control their application. Demand for this technology has greatly increased, putting estimation of the worldwide pressure sensor market at 11.4 billion by 2024. Next, measuring of the sensor fuel reliability system on modern engine use an adjustable fuel pressure, where the pressure is added to accumulate the required power output of the engine. And next one, the combination of the fuel pressure and injector opening time determine the amount of inject fuel the cylinder. Third one, this kind of adaptive fuel pressure control consists of a mechanical high pressure fuel pump with fuel metering valve. Lastly, the high pressure sensor use the system also improve fuel atomization at the injector nozzle. That's all from this topic. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Ahmad Arif bin Muhtar Kamil and I'm from Beem Semester 1. So today we're going to talk about the fuel pressure sensor and its testing procedure. So, why is the testing procedure important? The fuel pressure sensor system must be tested before the product gone out to consumers to use. So, to avoid any accidents in the future. So, the required tools is, the first one is a digital multimeter. So, a digital multimeter, also known as volt and ohm meter, is an electronic measurement instrument that combines several measurements function in a one unit. So this is the example for digital multimeter. As you can see, this is the red and black probe. Okay, for the second one is insulated rubber gloves. It's a personal protective equipment used in carrying out with energized parts, mainly used for lineman involvement in the maintenance of power supply lines. So it's important to have one. So the third one is ratchet. Ratchet is a mechanism that consists of bar wheel having inclined teeth into which a pole drops that motion can be imparted to the wheel of bar that is used in a hand tool to allow effective motion in one direction only, depending on the direction, left or right. So the fourth one is manual book. A manual book provides instruction or guidelines on how to perform an activity and serve as a reference book on the activity. So different types of manual including policy manuals and procedure manuals. So that's it. So okay, we move to the next one is how do you test a fuel pressure sensor? Okay, the first one is remove the sensor from your vehicle, and you can always refer to your car's manual if you have a little understanding about the sensor's location. Okay, so the second one is start your vehicle and grab your multimeter and connects to the probe and the red probes to the positive wire and the black probe to the negative wire. As you can see, this is the positive and negative probe, black and red. Okay, the third one is check the readings of the meter and refer back to the manual to determine if the test results are good or bad. So that will offer an idea the best voltage specification. So you can compare the actual result and the manual book lah. Okay, the fourth one is wrong values will indicate there's something that's stopping the sensor that from detecting the correct pressure or entire system is malfunctioning and need to immediate replacement. So as you can see, it is important to make sure your fuel processor is working in correct order. So make sure to check at all times of your pressure sensor. Okay, that's it all from me. Okay.
Pressure measurement in the high pressure fuel system. The high pressure accumulator, also known as common rail, is the most important part of the fuel injection system. Figure 1 illustrates how the common rail is made to hold fuel provided by the high pressure fuel pump HPP. The inlet metering valve IMV, whose job is to maintain the requested rail pressure roughly constant, regulates how much fuel is delivered to the rail. Next, pressure pulsation in the system. The fuel pressure pulsation has a negative impact on the precision of the fuel quantities injected. The high speed fluids into and out of the accumulator cause this excitation. Next one is the controlling the rail pressure. Lastly, the amount of fuel requested and the value of rail pressure and temperature previously measured and available in the software, respectively available and available, determine together the injection on time. The result in an amount of fuel injected different from what the system requires. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Muhammad Faisal bin Muhsin. Right now I want to explain about experimental setup. First point is to verify the generated model and improve our comprehension of the dynamics of the system, and experimental investigation is needed. Second, to identify the primary pulsation sources in the high pressure fuel system. Data from various experiments have been used. Third, the high speed flows into an out of the accumulator cause the pressure excitation in the high pressure fuel system. Fourth, as a result, the water hammer effect brought on by the rapid injector opening and closing cycles superimposes on the pulsating flow delivered by the high pressure pump to produce the oscillations. Alright, the experiment campaign has been commenced to precisely describe the latter phenomenon. Specific tests with no pump contribution and no combustion chamber deflagration have been carried out. At various rail pressures and for various injected volumes, the impact of a single fuel injection on rail pressure oscillations has been studied. The pressure transducer now being used for onboard application has been used to acquire signals, which were sampled at a frequency of 250 kHz. Lastly, an engine from a D13 Scania depicted in figure has been put through tests. The analysis of pulsations produced by other potential causes, such as high pressure pumps, strokes, and fuel deflagrations in the combustion chamber was the main focus of this research. This is the picture of rail pressure sensor, where's the place that is equipped. And the components of the high pressure fuel system can be divided in two main categories. First, static components and dynamic ones. Thank you. Lastly, the conclusion. In conclusion, fuel pressure sensor can help us be more confident that this technology will be reliable and accurate for a long period of time. With this technology, we also will know if there will be fuel leak in tank. So this fuel sensor really help us when we need to service our assets. That's all from me. Thank you.